This time on Camp Outside, we take a look at the Penn Battle saltwater fishing reel. Super excited about doing a review on this reel. This is the Battle 4, by the way, guys. Brand new from Penn. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're doing a review on the Penn Battle IV. I've been wanting to get my hands on this reel since it came out, and just recently Penn offered to allow me to buy this reel at a discount, which enabled me to do this review, so I'm super excited about it. I did purchase this reel, so all of my Penn reviews that you're going to see, except for the Penn Fierce review, Penn did send me that rod and reel, but all of my other Penn stuff I did pay for. So just want to be upfront about that, but they did offer it at a discount for me. But I've been wanting to do this review for a while because I've really wanted to get into dedicated saltwater spinning reels. I use a lot of different spinning reels, guys, and I'm doing a lot of reel reviews for reels from Abu Garcia, Flounder, Penn. I've got reel reviews for Shimano, for Daiwa coming out, so a bunch of reel reviews, but very few reels are really designed from the ground up for saltwater, right? So like a great example here is I have this Flounder Supreme, right? And what an awesome little reel, guys, but it is really a freshwater reel, and it is designed to be really lightweight and smooth, but with all of the cuts in it to reduce weight, all of that allows for water intrusion, which makes using this reel in saltwater probably a bad idea. Not that you can't do it, right? But you would definitely want to do some serious maintenance every time this reel touches saltwater. Well, something like the Penn Battle, like you see right here, the Battle 4, doesn't have all those cutouts and everything. This is definitely a much more saltwater tolerant reel. Now, I will say that no matter what you're fishing, you definitely want to maintain the stuff that sees saltwater. Everything that touches saltwater will eventually be destroyed by saltwater if it's not maintained, right? So if you haven't seen it, I recently did a review of the Penn Spinfisher 7. I love this reel, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. I'm going to put a link right up here. The Penn Battle is just below the Spinfisher, right? So the Spinfisher is like a $200 reel. At least that one, there's all different sizes, right? But the 3500 I think is $200. This Penn Battle is a 3000, and so this retails for $149.95. So one of the things that I will say, guys, is if you're doing a lot of saltwater fishing, you're going to want to spend a little more money than you might want to spend, especially with like a freshwater setup, right? If you want it to endure the harsh salt environment and you want a high quality, strong reel for going after big fish, you're going to want to spend some money. And I think that if you say, you know, the Spinfisher 7 is out of your budget at $200, the Penn Battle 4 at $150 is a great option. Like I said, this is a 3000 size. This reel comes in 1,000, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 8,000, and 10,000 size reels. So there's a lot of options for whatever you're doing, from ultra lightweight stuff on the flats, like 1,000 size reel, you know, all the way up to the 10,000 for, you know, going after big fish with spinning outfits. Penn has a reel for you in the Battle lineup. So just focusing in on the 3000 here, this reel has a max drag of 15 pounds, and it does have the HT100 carbon drag system. And guys, I love the way they have this handle for controlling the drag. It just seems to be a better ergonomic design than, you know, some of the other ones, like this one, you know, has just got the straight bar. You know, and that's easy to use, right? It's not a big deal, but I just love the shape and the way I grab that one. I feel like I can get it, you know, right away. Really smooth drag. The HT100 drag system is a fantastic drag system. It's been on Penn's stuff for a long time. Penn really has it figured out when it comes to drag. Another thing that I want to mention is that this is a braid ready spool, so you can tie braid right to it, but I don't. I always do monofilament backer because filling up a spool this size with braid is a waste of money. Let's talk about capacity. So in the 3,000 size for braid capacity, it'll hold 250 yards of 15-pound braid, 180 yards of 20-pound braid, and 130 yards of 30-pound braid. I guess if you were going to put 30-pound braid on a reel like this, you wouldn't need to run mono backer, but for me, because I'm going to put 15 pounds of braid on this, 250 yards is too much. So I'm going to put some monofilament backer, and then I'm going to load it up with about 150 yards of braid. Let's talk about this reel for a little bit. So Penn has the Hydro Armor sealing system, right, that protects critical components from salt spray. Right, so it has a CNC gear, it has the HT100 carbon fiber drag system, and it has a full metal body, right? So this is not a lightweight reel, right? It's not a graphite or a carbon composite or magnesium or any of that stuff. It is an all metal reel, so it's not lightweight, but it is super strong and ready to tackle some big fish. So let's see, it has 5+1 sealed stainless steel ball bearings, right? So 5 bearings in the reel and then a roller bearing, I'm guessing. It does have the line capacity rings, and that's what I really like about this, guys, so especially when I do monofilament backing, right? If you can see right in there, you can see these lines on the inside of the spool, and there's one right there as well. And so what I do is I fill up the spool with monofilament until that line right there, and then I just go ahead and fill the rest with braid. So that's a great way to kind of know, where you're at in terms of spooling the reel. This reel has a very comfortable EVA foam handle, nice big handle for grabbing, fighting fish. The reel is very, very smooth. It's a lot smoother than I have expected. If you're used to fishing Penn reels from like maybe, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, they were always very strong, but they weren't exactly smooth, right? And so I used to say, if you want smooth, fish Shimano. If you want power, fish Penn, right? Well, these days, there's a lot of power and there's a lot of smoothness right in that reel. So really, really nice. I really, really like the Penn Battle IV. So let's talk about a few more specs. This reel, at least to the 3000, is in a gear ratio of 6.2 to 1. That is my favorite gear ratio for working artificial lures across the flats. Definitely like that gear ratio. It gives you the right speed of retrieve when you're working artificial baits. You can switch the handle from right to left, which is the case on all the reels that I am reviewing. So unfortunately, Penn does not list a weight on their website for this reel, and because I bought it as part of a combo, I didn't get a reel box. So I don't know if it's listed on the box, but it's definitely not listed on the website. But guys, this is not a lightweight reel. If you are doing a lot of artificial casting, right? You're casting artificials, you're casting, crankbaits, or you're casting jigs or soft plastics. If you're going for big fish, you're going to want something like this. But if you're maybe working the flats for, slot reds or sea trout or, those kind of things, you might want a reel that's a little bit lighter in weight. And we're actually going to review another Penn reel, the Penn Pursuit, which is a graphite reel. It's not all metal. So you might want to look at weight for, for that kind of thing. But if you want an all metal reel, guys, and you know that, all metal reels are going to be a little bit heavier, this thing is a beast, and I think it's going to catch a lot of fish for me. I'm super excited to get it on the water. So enough talk about this reel. How does it fish? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to load it up with some 15-pound Berkley X9, and then I decided to get the combo for this reel. So I'm going to put it on the Penn Battle IV LE rod. It's a split grip rod with wind grips and one-piece guides. This is a 7-foot medium light rod. I'm going to do a different video on the combo because I know a lot of people just buy reels, right? But I went ahead and got all of these Penn setups in combos so I can talk about the reel and talk about the rod and reel as it works as a pair. So be on the lookout for that. If you're interested in a video on the combo, stay tuned to the channel. But guys, it is time to get this thing loaded up with some braid and go fishing. Well, guys, there you have it, the Penn Battle IV. What an awesome reel. I really like this. I can't wait to get it out to do some more fishing adventures. I think it's going to perform really, really well for me. It's going to be one of the rods and reels I use on a regular basis. So you should be seeing it in a lot of my fishing videos. One thing I do want to mention, guys, is that I'm going to be doing a review on the combo, which is what you see set up here. So if you want to see that, stay tuned, hit that subscribe, ring that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos so that you won't miss that. Because right now we're just talking about the reel, but I do want to do a video on the combo. And as a matter of fact, I'm doing reel reviews and combo reviews on a number of Penn's inshore spinning setups. So we're doing the Spinfisher 7, the Battle 4, the Fierce 4, the Pursuit 4, and the Wrath 2. So we've got a bunch of reel and combo videos coming out on Penn gear. So be sure to stick around so you can check that stuff out. Again, guys, not the lightest reel on the block. It definitely has some weight to it, but that all metal design is going to make it really strong. I think it's the right application for a number of the different types of fishing that I do. And honestly, when I was out there even casting with it, casting artificials, it didn't wear me out as much as I thought it would. I was able to cast that reel for quite a while without feeling it in my wrist. And one of the things that's unique to me, guys, is I have a wrist injury. I'm actually working with a physical therapist to address my wrist issues so that I can actually fish more because my wrist gets tired and sore from casting. So I've been really starting to invest in really lightweight rods and reels to make casting easier for me. But I do know that there are times when I'm going to need some all metal reels, some all metal setups that that'll really perform, especially on, you know, oversized fish, you know, over slot reds. You know, I really want to get into river fishing for you know, smaller tarpon and stuff like that. There's some things that I really want to do, and I want to get on video here for Kemp Outside. So, you know, I really kind of need some tougher gear than the ultra lightweight stuff. So that's kind of why I went with this Penn stuff to check it out. So I was really pleased at how I was able to cast this without getting worn out. So yes, it's a little bit heavier than the lighter stuff that I'm fishing, but really well performing reel, and I really like it. So guys, I think, you know, it could be the right reel for you, but only you can decide. That's why we're doing these gear reviews, is we want to bring this information to you to make it easier for you to select the right gear for you and your family. As a matter of fact, we exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. So again, if you have any questions about the Battle 4, drop some in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Or you can connect with us on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X, or our website at kempoutside.com. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. And I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.